Hey guys, and welcome back to the More An Hour podcast. I am one of your Christmassy hosts, Zach.
Ho ho ho, and have a guess of who I am. I'm Dan, the other one.
Exactly. So, before we get into this episode, as always, go ahead, do us a favour, hit that like button if you find yourself enjoying this one. It really does help us out, we do appreciate it, and it does help to promote the podcast. And promoting the podcast is, as always, what, Dan?
It's spreading the Christmas cheer.
Exactly. In case you haven't already noticed, this is the Christmas-themed episode because it's going out
Or
in
the
December.
more on love.
Exactly.
I think that's what you wanted me to say.
It doesn't matter. It's all the same. So, this is the Christmas episode, as we've said. So, we're going to jump straight into it with, of course, the Christmassy version of the Moronic or Not section. So, if you guys are new here, this section is where we get 5 random words or short phrases from you lovely viewers and collectively decide whether that word or thing is moronic or not. It can be the concept, it can be the thing itself, or it can be from one of our personal experiences. And the beauty of it, and it's completely subjective, so it doesn't bloody matter because it's just a bit of fun.
Cool. Let's commence.
Exactly. So the first one on here is Christmas pudding.
Oh bloody hell! I don't know if it's just me, but I don't really like Christmas pudding.
I don't
know
either,
what they
funnily
put in
enough. I can
They-
actually tell you. I can give you the origin if
Yeah,
you'd
what,
like.
what do they put in that? Well, why is it such a traditional thing? It horrible.
Okay then. So it originated in the 14th century, actually, as a porridge kind of thing called fermenti. I think I've pronounced that right. If I haven't, then I've fucked it. Basically, it's made of beef and mutton, or it was made of beef and mutton. That it also had raisins, currants, and prunes and
there's
other stuff in it.
I knew I would hear raisins or
Yeah.
dates or something stupid
But
like that.
in 1595, with the British involvement in the spice trade stolen from India or some other part of the world, fermenti gradually changed, being thickened with spices, eggs, dried fruit, becoming what is traditionally known now as the plum pudding. So
yeah.
it is an English thing. Generally, Americans don't have it, from what I've seen on the interwebs and from interacting with certain Americans.
Lucky them.
Yeah, so they don't have it. I don't think I've had one in a good few years because I didn't like it the first time. But
Yeah, same.
yeah, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of it.
I just don't like raisins when they add raisins into things. I don't know why.
Fair enough. I don't think they should be in bread because it's like a bread. It's like a wet bread consistency. Is how
I don't know.
Is
why
how
they
I
do
describe
that
it.
as well.
It's like wet bread.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. It's very strange.
Yeah, it is a bit bizarre. So you know what? I'm gonna go moronic for that one. I think.
For Christmas pudding, yeah, I'm undoubtedly going moronic.
Yeah. All right. The next one is public Christmas trees. So what I assume the person means is giant Christmas trees in like town centres and stuff.
Have you seen like Christmas trees in malls and stuff like that?
Yeah. Dan, they've
Yeah,
been
they
up
go
since
from, like, the
they've been
ground
up
floor
since
to the top
early
floor.
November.
Oh yeah, they go. Yeah, shopping centres go mental.
Oh
with,
yeah, of
like,
course they do.
stuff. So early November, they'll put up like Christmas lights in every shop.
Yeah.
Christmas tree goes up, and then Mariah Carey starts playing.
Yeah. Interestingly, actually, you know when town centres or like high streets or whatever put up Christmas lights as you're walking down the thing.
Oh yeah.
Interestingly, I saw some of those at my local train station before Halloween had even become a thing. So it wasn't even Halloween yet, and I already had Christmas, and there was already Christmas deckies up. So
Yeah,
that's a pain.
I normally complain about people that put Christmas decorations up in November,
Yeah.
but like before November, it's just I don't know why you would
See,
do that.
The rule is you can put it up from December 1st all the way until New Year's. By January 1st, they have to be down. If they're not down by January 1st, it's just wrong.
Yeah, and especially like
You've had a week at that point.
Normally, like the 4th of January or the 7th is when schools go back.
Yeah, it's
and
generally
everyone
around then,
start
isn't it?
working again.
Yeah.
It's like you're sort of out of the Christmas spirit, and January is just a depressing month in general. Past
Yeah.
New Year, it's like there's nothing really to look forward to.
I mean,
You're
if
all
you
going
think
back.
about it, every month has a holiday to it, I guess. Except for January. I guess you could class New Year's,
But
but
yeah, I don't know
that is
about
more
now.
for about 20 minutes, half hour until you go to bed.
I mean, yeah, New Year's Day is the process of fucking still being at the party
Being
and going
hungover the
home
next
at 1
day.
in the morning
And being
and then
hungover is the main
sleeping.
thing.
And then being, yeah, hungover if you're drinking.
Yeah.
I think the whole New Year's thing, like the party and that, it more applies to New Year's Eve.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Um, yeah. But like December in general has quite a lot of holidays.
Does
Because
it?
you've got, yeah, I mean, you've got Christmas Day
Obviously.
and then Boxing Day.
Kind of the
Like,
same thing.
we all meet up as a family like 3 times in that month.
Oh, right. Okay, wow.
And it's like, yeah, it's quite a lot. Think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, going back, public Christmas trees on public Christmas trees.
Public Christmas trees. Yeah. You know, it looks nice.
It does.
It
Well,
does.
the right
Like,
ones do.
I
If
appreciate
you've
the
got some rinky dink shit one from 1983, it's not great.
I
But
just don't know why they put it up so early. That's the thing.
because it gives them a lot of money. A lot of people buy people Christmas gifts because that's the standard thing to do. Well, in this country at least.
Yeah.
So generally you've got to promote early so you can. I feel like Black Friday. If you're gonna get someone something, I feel like Black Friday is usually the time that people do it
Oh, Black
because
Friday. Yeah.
cheap.
Yeah, that's fair enough point.
Yeah, but I don't mind.
Um,
I don't mind a good public Christmas tree if it's good.
yeah, I'll probably go not moronic. I think
Yeah,
that's
me too.
it's reasonable. Yeah.
All right, the next one on here, bit of a sidestep here. It is only vaguely Christmassy in my opinion.
Right.
Chimneys.
Ah.
I believe they mean from when the fat man who breaks and enters into people's houses
Yeah.
and leaves things in the night.
This is the thing that I don't quite get about Father Christmas going down the chimney. Most of the time, the chimney itself isn't like connected to the house.
It's not functional. Yeah,
It's not like gonna take you straight to your living room.
I mean, interestingly, I actually do have a working chimney in my house, but bear in mind that is because it is like 100 odd years old, and that's not even an exaggeration. So I actually have a functioning chimney, but I know 90% of the UK don't.
I don't know why you would have a chimney. To be honest,
We have
We're not
we have a
Victorian
fireplace,
people.
so that's why we've got one.
Yeah, well then everyone's gonna complain about global warming,
Oh, fuck off!
pollution.
It's a little fire when it gets cold. So
Not when you get a Hamburg.
oh, Greta Thunberg flies in private jets to whatever interview she's doing at the week. So just shut up, Greta Thunberg.
Isn't she in prison now?
Oh, fuck knows. I haven't kept up to
She
date.
went to some protest that was highly disruptive, and then police arrested her. Apparently,
Good. Right, we're getting very off track here. Chimneys.
I don't understand chimneys. Like,
I like them if they're functional. I like fire.
But, I mean, nowadays you don't really use them.
I do. We use it whenever it starts to get a little bit chilly. It's just it's just a nice thing to have when it's -3 outside and you're having a cup of hot chocolate or something.
I'm sure if you mention chimneys to Victorian children, they won't be happy.
Oh yeah, no, they
Chimney
sweepers. Yeah, wasn't there a book called Chimney Sweep? What was that? It was like some Charles Dickens thing.
It's not Oliver Twist, is it?
Yeah, it could be. I don't know. I'm not.
Yeah.
In case anyone hasn't noticed, by the way, viewers, we are not English literature majors.
I got 9 in English.
I can't remember what I got, so that just goes to show how little I give a shit about it.
Chimneys.
I'm gonna go not moronic because I quite like them.
I'm on the fence on this one. This is tough. I'm actually gonna go moronic.
Ooh, interesting. Okay. The next one is candy canes. Now, people might be a bit confused because we have had something similar, I believe 2 years ago now, if I've done my maths right, which I probably haven't. Around, I think it was episode 6, we had candy canes on Christmas trees. We
Really?
just got candy canes this time. No trees involved.
What did we say for candy canes and Christmas trees?
Could not tell you. Didn't get that
Right.
far.
Candy canes.
Yep, candy canes.
I mean, they actually taste quite nice. To be
They
fair.
do. They do. I do like them.
Just, I can't really say too much about it. They actually taste okay.
Interestingly, I don't know about you, Dan. I haven't seen that many this year.
They normally.
I mean,
start
bear in
selling
mind.
them,
I mean, yeah. Bear in mind, it is
near
what
Christmas.
3rd of December as of recording, so still early
Yeah,
doors.
he's still quite early. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's something you normally sort of get like very near the time when it's
Yeah.
like towards Christmas. Yeah.
Have you ever been to a Christmas party and they've just got a bowl of them?
Oh yeah, they do that a lot. Yeah.
Mm.
But to be fair though, they do actually taste right. So I'm actually going to go not moronic on this one.
Yeah,
Nothing
me
really
too.
against it.
Me too. You know what? I'm actually kind of curious. What's the origin of them, do you reckon?
The origin of candy canes.
Yeah. Origin of candy canes. What are we saying, Dan? What's the predictions?
The faintest of idea. I have no idea at all. It could be
right.
really.
So, basically, in the 1670, from what I can gather,
Right.
Christmas in Europe began to adopt the use of Christmas trees as part of their Christmas celebrations. They then started to use such as cookies and sometimes sugar stick candies. There we go. And the original Christmas tree candy or sweet, I don't know why I'm reading it in American, was a straight stick and completely white in colour. But apparently, a choir master in Cologne of Germany was the first person to bend the sugar sticks into the shape of canes to represent a shepherd's staff. And they were given out to children during the long-winded nativity services.
Totally
okay.
Google.
So basically, a priest gave out some sweets to kids during the nativity sequence in Germany. Is basically what I've just gathered.
Then what did he do to the kids?
From what I can tell, nothing illegal. However, everyone knows what certain churches are like.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Anyway, that is the origin of candy canes. It's a German thing apparently to represent the farmers. The farmers have a lot of stuff representing them. The only reason we have daylight savings, by the way, or when the clocks go back and forward, is because of farmers during the Second World War.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Oh wow.
They needed more daylight time, so they said, "Yeah, we'll just move the clocks around so we can
that makes
harvest
sense.
more.
Yeah.
More harvest time." But interestingly, it only happened during the Second World War, and we've just continued it ever since. So,
I mean, it is a very important job.
It is. It is indeed.
Where would we be without farming?
Dead, because we wouldn't have we wouldn't have a lot of food, to be honest. We wouldn't have steaks we wouldn't have any food. You'd have strawberries that your nan grows in her garden. So,
yeah.
Anyway,
not
yes,
moronic.
I will agree with you on that one. Not moronic.
Next one.
All right, the last one on here for this episode is nutcracker ornaments.
What?
Nutcracker ornaments. So the little wooden men with staffs. Usually they're dressed in red, sometimes gold and white.
Oh, them.
Yeah, those things.
Oh, do you know? I was watching a 1960s episode of Doctor Who that they appeared as an antagonist.
Hold on, why the fuck were you watching a 1960s Doctor Who episode?
Because it was on BBC iPlayer.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, they appeared in that, and then they appeared in like 2005, I think.
Any particular reason for it, or do they just turn up as a cameo
I don't
kind
know.
of thing?
They turn up as the main antagonist.
Oh right, okay.
Really weird.
Yeah, that's bizarre. That I've never heard of that before in my life. Yeah, that's weird.
Um,
Thoughts on them? Actually, question: have you ever used a Nutcracker or seen one used that? And it doesn't count if it's in a TV show or film.
I saw one used at my uncle's wedding in 2015.
Was it a Christmas wedding?
It was, yeah, it was near sort of Christmas time.
Okay, then fair enough. For some reason, I thought you meant in like the middle of June, and that would have been really fucking random.
No,
But
no.
yeah, that was bizarre. Okay.
They do look aesthetic, I think.
They are.
They do look pretty cool.
I don't own one to my knowledge.
No, I don't know why you would.
I think it's an old person thing. I think it's a dying decoration thing.
How much do you think it would cost?
It depends for how big, right? Depends on the
Just
size.
Size.
What do you mean standard size? That could be anything from 3 inches to 3 feet.
Just a normal 1 foot one. I don't know.
God knows. You know what? Everyone,
Nutcracker ornaments.
yeah, Google it, Dan. Let's see.
Well, as I said, a normal one
Yeah.
costs £15.
£15. How for what size, Dan?
It is like a couple of feet.
Oh right, fair enough.
And in probably in the middle of London, you'll get that for about 60 quid, probably.
60. That's a bit cheap, isn't it, for centre of London?
I'm joking.
More like 180, 187.
I'm joking because that £15 would easily turn into 60. if you're in
Oh,
the middle of
easily, mate. London's yeah, honestly, scam.
I
Anyway,
think I was trying to get a bottle of like alcohol. It wasn't really beer. It was just an alcoholic drink. At uni, it was like fucking 175 each. Up in London, it easily turned into £4 each.
oh, easily, mate.
Yeah.
But
Crazy.
anyway, Nutcracker ornaments. What we saying?
Yeah, I'll go not. I
Yeah.
think they look nice.
I'll say
they
not
look-
moronic. I've never used one. Never have used one. Never will use one. But I have no problem with them. So.
Yeah.
Weren't
Cool.
they? Aren't they? One of the key things in like the Fortnite Christmas thing. Whenever they do a Christmas thing.
All night Christmas thing. Jesus.
I swear they usually do a Christmas event and there's some form
I
of
think
Nutcracker
Fortnite
in
just
it.
do events all year round, to be honest.
Yeah, you're probably not wrong there.
There's like a new season every month, and then you got all the special events. I don't really play Fortnite.
Yeah, neither do I. All right.
I'm honestly so bad at Fortnite.
Who isn't nowadays? Alrighty. Dan, that is a moronic or not section, so I'm going to do a quick wrap up and then we can get into our fun other Christmassy themed topics.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
Christmas pudding, moronic. Public Christmas trees, not moronic. Chimneys, bit of discrepancy there. I said not moronic, Dan said moronic. Candy canes, not moronic. Nutcracker ornaments, not moronic.
Right. Yeah.
Now,
Fine.
Dan, we have a question from one of our viewers.
Question, which
Indeed.
is
They said, "Hello, fellow morons. As
Bad.
it may be the Christmas episode in December, what is your favourite Christmas movie?"
favorite Christmas movies. To be honest with you, a lot of Christmas movies don't really land. I'm gonna be real.
In what way?
I don't know. It's just hard to sort of use Christmas themes and in the time of year to construct a decent story.
It depends
know if
on the
that's just
film. Like, what film do you always watch around Christmas?
It's always one of the first two Home Alones.
Yeah, I think that's standard for everyone in the UK. Or
think
most
it's
people
just-
anyway.
It's just such a random plot.
Oh yeah, kid
and
just
that
gets
works.
left behind at Christmas and just arms his house essentially, just in case he gets robbed.
I feel like more stories should do that. Just have plots like that, which are sort of quite random, and then have it sort of linked to Christmas in a way.
I just had a really random thought. Doesn't Donald Trump appear in the second Home Alone film?
He does. I can't remember what it was, but they were filming in one of his hotels.
Yeah.
And, like,
It was
he
Trump.
asked for-
Is it? Am I right in thinking it was Trump Tower?
But might have been Trump Tower. He asked. It was for some payment. I can't
No, it was for
remember.
directions. It was for directions, wasn't it?
No,
In the
but like
film.
the process of letting him use the hotel
Oh
before.
right, yeah.
He asked for like a small payment and then a cameo in the film,
Fair enough.
which why
Such
not?
a random cameo, like just Donald Trump just in the Home Alone universe. Like,
Yeah,
yep, okay,
about that, I was watching Young Sheldon the other day. I started watching that.
okay.
Elon Musk appears in that.
What the fuck? Elon Musk appears in Iron Man 2. Did you know?
Really? Yeah,
It's for like maybe
it's
3 seconds.
Elon Musk. Though. He sort of does stuff like that.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of Iron Man 3 is a Christmas movie.
I mean, it's technically set on Christmas Day.
It is set on Christmas, and also, if anyone doesn't believe me, the official Marvel Iron Man account tweeted a couple of years ago now saying Iron Man 3 is a Christmas movie. So
Yeah.
hold that, anyone that says it's not.
I've not really seen Iron Man 3. I kind of want to try like
Brilliant film. Brilliant
like
film.
phase 1 of Marvel, because I feel like that's when it was at its prime.
Yep.
Like when it.
To be fair, nah, early phase 2 was good too. Early phase 2 was good.
Just before they shipped it off to Disney.
Yeah, basically I mean, Disney always owned it, Dan. They just didn't have creative control.
Yeah, or creative control of it, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Dan, I've got one question off the back of this. Is
Yes.
Die Hard a Christmas film?
I was going to mention Die Hard, but I mean, technically, see, this is the thing. It's like all because it,
Just because it's set on Christmas, does it make
No,
it a Christmas film?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because if it does, technically, Spider-Man No Way Home, the third installment of Tom Holland's Spider-Man films, is technically a Christmas movie by that standard, because you see a Christmas tree at the end for like 2 seconds when he's swinging.
Yeah, according to IMDb, it is like the second highest Christmas film.
Is it?
Yeah, it said yes, it's a Christmas movie, second highest on IMDb.
I love how. I've just googled is Die Hard a Christmas film, and it says Die Hard is not a Christmas film. The arguments around the Christmassiness of the 1988 movie revolve around the actual themes.
Oh right, but here's the thing though, like something like Harry Potter, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
They've
even
got
the first one is set
Dan,
on Christmas.
I was gonna say they all have like Halloween and Christmas involved.
The first one has, the third does. I don't think the second one does. I think it's mainly the first and the third.
Now,
But no one really considers it a Christmas film.
true.
I mean,
I've actually got a little squabble with Harry Potter here that one of my friends pointed out to me, and we had a discussion on it. Why in Harry Potter do they celebrate Christmas? Because if you think about it, if they had Jesus in that time, surely he would have just been another wizard. Because anyone can turn water into wine if you're a wizard. Anyone can walk on water if you're a wizard.
Harry Potter goes there.
Do you know what I mean, though? Like, why do they celebrate Christmas when anyone can be Jesus?
Yeah, but Christmas is just a bit of fun.
It is, yeah. But my friend pointed it out to me, and I thought it was quite funny.
It's not really like a fully religious holiday now. It's sort of just everyone celebrates it.
Yeah. Which actually brings me straight into my next topic. Would you like to hear about some Christmas traditions throughout the world?
Right, okay.
Now, I've picked out the most interesting ones. When I say interesting, I mean random. Here are some of it. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. Now,
okay, go on.
7. Alrighty. So Sweden have something called the Yule goat.
Right.
And it has been apparently a symbol of Christmas dating back to the ancient pagan festivals. However, in 1966, the tradition got new life after someone came up with the idea to basically make a giant straw goat, now referred to as the gavel goat. Definitely butchered the name, but I'm English, I can do that.
Mm.
Just kidding. According to the official website of the gavel goat, it's more than 42 feet high, 23
Right.
feet wide, and weighs 3.6 tons.
Oh, bloody hell.
And every year, the massive goat is basically constructed in the same spot. And people can even watch a live stream from the first Sunday of Advent. So I think today, Dan, actually, as of recording this, which is the 3rd of December, all the way until after the New Year when it's taken down.
Oh, right.
So if you want to see a giant goat live stream, find it somewhere. I don't know where to find the stream. I couldn't find that out. But I'm sure if someone wants to look hard enough, they'll find it. All right, the next one. Japan. What do you think they do in Japan, Dan? Take
I
your
just
guess.
researched it because I found another Christmas tradition that was funny as well.
What, the
But,
Japan one?
They have KFC.
Indeed, they do. So, because obviously it's not a national holiday in Japan, or I don't think in that side of the world really, other than Australia and New Zealand. But yeah, they don't have a normal turkey, goose, chicken, whatever dinner. They have KFC.
It's so random.
Yep. Actually, interestingly, some people have to order their food months in advance because there are sometimes 2-hour-long queues outside of KFCs in Japan on Christmas.
Jesus Christ.
Can you imagine standing 2-hour queue for a KFC?
Yeah, is it even worth it by that point?
Dan, I don't even like KFC that much. I wouldn't spend more than 10 minutes in a queue for KFC. It's just too greasy. Their gravy is elite, but the chicken is not that nice. I've said it.
Yeah, it is quite greasy. They even provide you with like lemon napkins or something weird like that.
Yeah. All right, the next one. Iceland is so basically the night before Christmas. So I believe on the 24th of December, Icelandic children are visited by the 13 Yule lads.
All right.
And basically they place their shoes by the window, on a windowsill. And when they go off to bed, they obviously sleep and stuff. And then in the morning, they'll either have sweets in their shoes if they're good, or just full of rotten potatoes if they're bad.
Fair enough.
So you'll either receive sweets or a rotten potato in your shoe.
Speaking of shoes,
What the fuck?
Speaking of shoes,
Yep.
I have found something they do in Czech Republic.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say the Netherlands, but go ahead.
No, on Christmas Eve, so unmarried Czech women
Yep.
stand with their backs to the door and toss a shoe over their shoulder. If it lands with the toe facing towards the door, it means they'll get married within the next year.
Oh.
Right. However, if it lands with the heel facing the door, they're in for another year of watching Bridget Jones movies.
Fuck's sake. Articles, we love them.
That's according to a website called wanderlust.co.uk.
Okay,
Wanderlust Travel Magazine as a reference.
Alrighty.
I don't know how true that is.
Speaking of shoes, actually, the Netherlands do something with shoes too, Dan. So a guy called Sinterklaas, which I've definitely butchered the name of, which is basically the Dutch version of Saint Nicholas, is basically the kids put a shoe by the chimney or back door if they don't have a chimney, and then when they wake up on Christmas, they will find treats like gingerbread men, marzipan, and chocolate inside the shoes. So
Right.
Iceland, the Netherlands, and apparently the Czech Republic all have Christmas traditions to do with shoes.
That's what? Oh, okay.
Yep. All right.
Somehow
A very interesting one actually that I found was
Yeah.
in Brazil and Portugal, families come together on Christmas Eve to eat dinner as late as 10 p.m. And
10,
then
10 p.m.
and then at exactly midnight, they exchange gifts, toast, and wish each other a Merry Christmas in their language. I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm not going to try. And during what they call midnight mass, again, not going to pronounce the pronunciation of it because I can't. It's basically then they meet up with their neighbours and extended family to wish them all well for the holiday season. And then it's sometimes followed up with fireworks in a town centre
Oh, right.
in Brazil and Portugal.
Oh,
And the last one I'm going to do, which is quite odd. I don't think it's as odd as the Japan one, but
yeah.
In Barbados, they have a baked ham in as their main meat in Christmas dinner, decorated with pineapple and a sorrel glazes, and something called a jug jug. For a Fortnite fans, because I know there's going to be one person in the comments that mentions it. It's not a fucking chug jug. It's a jug jug.
It's like when they put candy canes in Fortnite.
Oh god.
Or if they did, I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't play it.
Well, that's something they would do.
Either way, the jug jug is a dish inspired by haggis.
Haggis.
It basically combines something called a pigeon pea,
Right.
which is a red tropical seed. It's not just pigeon urine, because I did think that at first. Guinea corn flour, herbs, and salt meat.
Oh, right. Okay.
So in Barbados, they have a roast ham instead of a chicken, goose, turkey, or other kind of poultry.
Interested.
Indeed. So they are your Christmas traditions around the world.
Very bizarre and weird indeed, eh?
Yes, indeed.
You know what's also bizarre and weird? The the lowest rated IMDb Christmas film of all time.
Oh, can I take a guess?
You probably won't be able to guess it, to be honest.
Is it something called? I'm just going to make this up here because I have no idea. You're right. Is it just called Christmas?
No, it's just called Santa Claus.
Oh, hold on, Dan. There's been about 78.
1951.
Dan, there's been about 78 version of the Santa Claus film.
Yeah, I
Which
know.
one are we talking about?
It's the 1959 one where he fights the devil.
Hold on. Wait, when you say fight, do you mean like boxing fight?
I don't know. I'm just looking at it on IMDb, and Merlin is in there for some god awful reason.
Merlin?
Don't say more.
Hold on a minute. I'm googling this. Hold on.
I'm just looking at it on IMDb.
1959.
1959 Santa Claus. Oh my god, what is this film?
Santa Claus film.
Have a guess what the rating was.
So hold on. It's an hour and 34 minutes.
Yeah,
I'm not even going to say half these actors and actresses because
I can't even name them myself.
I can't pronounce that. It's got a 2.7.
2.7 on IMDb.
Bloody hell. That's out of 10, just for everyone that knows. Dan, its genre is comedy, family, fantasy, and horror.
Just
A Christmas film, a horror film.
Christ.
I need to see this. I'm having a look at this IMDb. Oh, it's cursed. What is that devil costume?
Can you show some of these images on the podcast? So
I most definitely will try. I might get banned by copyright, but if you're on YouTube, go and check it out. If not, they'll be in the thumbnail.
Even lower. There's a film even lower than that.
What, a Christmas film?
Yeah.
Do tell.
Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas 1.3.
Oof. Is there a synopsis?
It's Christian propaganda.
Ah, right. Okay then.
It's just Kirk Cameron sitting in a car with this dude, how he lectures him about like the true meaning of Christmas, and like it's all just bullshit.
Right.
It's all just people interpreting stuff in the Bible in their own way.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's the full hour. Then there's some like really weird Christmas party at the end.
Bizarre.
It's just really odd. He got a 1.3, as I said.
Yeah. Bizarre. Have you ever been to a Christmas party? Like a proper one?
The most I've ever done is go around my aunt's house.
Where?
Well, that's really about it. We've just gone round a family member's house.
Fair.
It-
I don't know what goes on at a Christmas party, to be honest. Obviously, you've got like the corporate ones. I think I've got mine later this week, as of recording this anyway. So that should be interesting. I believe we're doing mini golf, so that's gonna be quite cool. My first proper Christmas party, because last year we delayed it to January because we had a team meeting in January.
Delayed it to January?
Yeah, it wasn't technically a Christmas thing. We just went out drinking. Yeah.
I feel like that's just like when you can't think of anything.
It's exactly what it was, Dan.
Well,
We
it's just
couldn't think of
judgment.
anything, so we just decided to go out drinking in London.
In London? Oh.
Yeah. Actually, no. I take that back. We had I think it's shuffleboarding.
Oh, that. That's when you throw like discs on. It's just like curling or whatever.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
called.
yeah. It's like curling, but on a
Hands,
table.
Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the brushes.
Yeah.
It's just throwing discs on an icy table and trying to get somewhere.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. That was our Christmas do in January of this year, technically. But this time we're doing mini golf, which could be quite cool. I hope.
I remember I had like. Did you know Boombar? Or whatever it's called, Boombar, Doombar.
Oh yeah, Doombar. Yeah, yeah.
So we did darts and shuffleboard for I think it was my 18th, so last year.
Oh yeah, nice.
So we did shuffleboard, but none of my friends they're all stupid enough that they don't know the rules of shuffleboard. So
Yep,
they just
makes
like
sense.
tilting it across the table or just throwing it.
For fuck's sake.
There's no one there to like manage
No.
or explain the game. He would just start like throwing it. It was like set 2 PE.
Oh right, okay. We all know how that ended then.
I think one of my friends just left halfway.
Fair.
Just went shopping by himself.
Oh, that's actually sad. Imagine going to such a shit party that you leave. That's
It was
shambolic.
shuffleboard. I was
That's
instantly.
shambolic.
I regretted doing shuffleboard because the darts went so well, and then obviously it turns to shit when he gets to
yeah.
shuffleboard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah,
It's not
I
even
mean,
like they tried to learn it or figure it out. It just devolves into chaos.
so yeah, I didn't know a goddamn thing, but turns out I'm actually kind of decent at it. I say
Yeah.
that. I was playing against a bunch of drunk people, and I was pretty much fully sober. And when I say that, I mean I had one very, very weak drink. So, and everyone else had about 10. So I was probably the most sober person there, and I just decided to.
I think that gives you
Try.
a very big advantage.
Yeah, so do I. But yeah, it turns out I'm actually not half bad at it.
Then, well, have you played against sober people?
No, I have not. Actually, one other person there was sober because they don't drink, and they sucked, and I beat them. So hold that. I'm not going to say their name, but hold that person at work. You know exactly who you were.
Christ.
But
Wow.
yeah, Christmas parties.
Christmas parties, moronic or not?
Yeah, that's next year's, Dan. Don't worry, that's
I think
coming for next year.
Did we do that one once?
I don't actually know. Let's
I
have a
think we
look.
actually might have done
Let's have a look, shall we?
Christmas parties. Yeah.
I don't actually think we have, to be honest, mate. I'm bringing
I'm
up
just gonna
the
count
thing
how many
now.
moronic or nots we do.
We've done so many. No, not there.
I think someday we have to like publish like the entire list
Oh, we will,
and
yeah.
then the results just to see like people's reactions to it.
Oh, yeah. All right, Dan. From what I can see,
Yeah.
we have not. We have not
We've
done
not done
Christmas
Christmas
parties.
party.
We have not,
Oh right.
because we've only done. I believe this is actually the third Christmas special of the More an Hour.
Yeah, I've lost count.
Yeah, this is our third one. We had episode 6, and then we had where is it? We had episode 6,
This is
and
back when we had Jake and Rob on. I think they might have missed that one.
no, Jake was in that one. Rob wasn't.
Oh, Jake was there. Rob was
Yeah,
he's busy, quote
yeah.
unquote.
And episode 17. So 6 and 17, if anyone wants to go back and
Ah,
watch the old ones. And obviously now we're on 29.
I see.
So they are the 3 Christmas specials. If anyone wants to go check out the other 2. If I remember, I'll put cards up in the corner now. If I don't, then they won't be there, and just go check them out on our channel.
Yeah.
They were actually quite good, I think, from what I can see. Dan, we had Jake and Rob on until episode 12. Bloody hell.
A year.
Yeah, we had a year of them.
Oh,
Fuck.
Joe, that takes you back to when you were absent in that episode.
Oh,
It
yeah,
just
that was
me,
episode 3, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh, wait, no.
them.
Was it? No, it was episode 4. Episode 4.
Names beginning with J was one of the
It
one of the
was.
Nordic knots.
It was.
I wonder who came up with that.
Yes. Okay.
That's basically describing Jake.
Yeah. Right. Going back to Christmas themes.
Yes.
Have you ever heard that Coca-Cola, the company, created Santa Claus?
Yeah, I think you spoke about this before.
I probably
can't
have.
remember. It's
However,
classic. They tell us that in primary school.
it's wrong.
It's wrong.
It's wrong. Because contrary to
Right.
popular belief, Santa was not made up by the Coca-Cola company. He is based on historical figures. Mainly that of Saint Nicholas, a 4th century
Yeah.
Greek Christian bishop who was known for his generosity and kindness towards the poor. Saint Nicholas then became the patron saint of children and sailors, and his
Yeah.
feast day was celebrated on December 6th, which is why actually a lot of other countries like Greece hold Christmas celebrations on December 6th instead of the 25th.
Ah.
So his naming traditions were brought to America by the Dutch and German immigrants called. Basically, they called him Sinterklaas or Saint Nick, as he is
Yeah.
later known. And in the 19th century, Clement Clark Moore and Thomas Nast,
Yeah.
artists of the time, I believe, depicted him as a jolly white-bearded man in a red suit with a sleigh pulled by flying reindeer. However, Coca-Cola Company did popularise this image of Santa as the figure we know today in the 1930s through their advertising campaigns.
Yeah.
So they didn't create him; they just promoted him essentially.
Following on from what you've said with the Coca-Cola,
Yes.
I think it was 1931. It was bloody hell, this name Haddon Sundblom. Bloom.
Right.
So he was the guy that painted the Santa Claus for the Christmas advertisements, which is where you get the image of Santa as this like big, fat, warm bloke with a beard.
The more you know.
Yeah.
The more you know. Now, the question is, Dan, do you have any Christmas traditions that you are willing to share to the world?
It's usually a very early wake-up call from 2 younger siblings.
Fair enough.
The youngest one that's way too overexcited about it.
Fair.
Firstly, I just want to sleep in.
Fair enough.
But yeah, it's normally what you would expect, opening random shit.
Yeah.
And then having breakfast afterwards, and then it's going to family's house, and then we normally have like dinner at a pub.
Oh right, at a pub. Interesting.
Yeah, well, this pub does like quiz nights as well.
Oh, okay, that makes sense then.
It's not mainly a pub; it's more of a pub and restaurant type of place.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, we normally just have Christmas dinner there, and I think my aunt works there, so we get like a discount.
Oh right, okay, cool.
It's like quite a big discount. It's like 50% or something.
Nice, very nice.
Yeah.
I've
But what
actually got
about
one. I've got one.
yeah?
I watch something called Shrek the Halls, which was a animated thing, obviously of Shrek, during the
Yeah.
festive season. Don't know what year. It was quite a while ago now, I think. But yeah, I watched that
Yeah.
every every year or two. I think it's every 2 years. Uh, but Iron Man 3 I watch yearly around Christmas time. Just because it's one of those films where I just, it's a Christmas film in my head. So, and according to Marvel, by the way. Um,
Hmm.
so yeah,
Right.
I watch that. I then generally watch
Yeah.
various other Christmas films. Usually one of the two Home Alones.
Yeah. I feel like it's very limited on choice when it comes to
Yeah.
Christmas films
Dan,
because
one
I think that's
question:
the only two I can think of. Yeah.
which is better, one or two?
Ooh.
The New
See,
York
I don't
one, which
like
is the second one, or
if number two was a standalone film. If number one didn't exist and number two was its own thing,
yeah,
number two would have been better. I think.
okay.
Um, I feel like it's a pretty good sequel
It
to the
is a good
first one.
sequel. It is a good sequel.
I like the setting of New York and like what he does with like
Yeah,
an old this old like abandoned house almost. I
yeah,
like what he does with it.
mm,
Um, I like how they set up a lot more characters this time as well.
yeah.
It's not just the family. It's like there's more than that.
Mm.
Um, yeah,
Also,
no,
can we
not
just talk about how fucking stupid that family is? They've forgotten the same kid twice in 2 years, and also
mm.
they're going to Paris for Christmas. Don't get me wrong, parts of Paris are nice. When I say parts, I
I feel like
mean
they went to those parts of Paris that are nice.
I assume so because if not, the majority of Paris is a shithole. So they've just gone
Yeah,
from
but
a. By the
Paris is
way,
like
how minted is that family? They've bought 20 people tickets
yeah, I
to
know.
to Paris for a week over Christmas, and they live in a house the size of a fucking street
Mm.
in the UK.
That's why Harry and Marv targeted them in the first place.
Exactly, like they are
It's because
minted.
like how rich they are.
Do we
I
ever
think
actually
that
get an explanation onto what their jobs are?
no, not that I know of.
Ah,
But yeah, I think it's pretty self-aware that the family are kind of
oh
stupid.
yeah,
Because I feel like the mother, her breakdown in the second film is a lot more sort of severe because she's done it again and realised that she's been really stupid.
yeah, fucking. Oh mate, she's actually just thick as pig shit.
But with the second one, wasn't it? He thought some French guy was his dad, so he followed him
Oh,
onto
something
the
like that,
plane,
yeah, because he was wearing the same
thinking
stuff.
that
Yeah,
that was his dad, and then it went all the way to New York.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that. Yeah, that was the plot of the second one.
Didn't
But
they
going back,
reboot it after that?
yeah,
Didn't they make like a 3 and 4 with a completely different kid because Macaulay Culkin started doing drugs? They rebooted it and then went, yeah, this is Home Alone 3, even though it's not the same actor, not the same
I feel
premise.
like I think there's six now.
Oh,
There,
fucking
there was
horror.
one that came out a few years ago. That was pretty bad.
Oh, yes, let's milk every series for everything we can.
Yeah, I don't know why they tried to. And but Buzz was in the latest one as a police officer. He
What,
had like a
the
short.
original actor or.
Yeah, the original actor. He had
Oh, that's
like a
cool.
short cameo
Oh, that's
in
nice.
the sixth one.
Nice.
Bearing in mind it was like a couple-minute cameo.
I mean, yeah.
Um, yeah, I feel like you can't really take away from Harry and Marv though, because you
No.
can't have anyone replace them.
No, they're too iconic.
I mean, yeah, I don't know why the later films tried to like replace them.
God knows, mate. God knows.
Um, but yeah, going back to your question, it's a tough one. I think between
Mm,
choosing between one and two, but I'll probably go for the first one because it was like a brand new concept at the time.
yeah. See, I don't actually know. Because I think comedy wise, I prefer the second one. But like
so
storyline wise, I prefer the first one.
I think if the second one came out first,
Actually,
um,
the only bit I don't really like about the second one is the pigeon lady.
oh the Piers Morgan
I
pigeon
was going to
lady.
say, because she looks exactly like Piers Morgan, one thing. But yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
well,
just not a fan of her, but could just be me.
Gem- also the scene where he throws bricks at him.
Oh yeah, he just lobs a brick off the top of a building and lands on some guy's head.
I feel
Oh,
like the
dear.
traps in the second one were a lot more dangerous
They were
than the
so much
first
more
one.
brutal.
I
Although,
think,
actually,
yeah,
saying that, Dan, in the first one, he put tar and a nail on his basement
oh, the
stairs,
nail on the step, or
and
that
he
one.
and he threw an iron down the laundry chute thing,
I remember the flamethrower one
and
in
the
the first
flamethrower
film,
one, and
where
the
he
the red
finally
hot door
gets up the
handle.
stairs,
You know
and
what?
then the
You know
door
what?
handles.
That kid is sick, by the way. He's sick in the head. He thought of all of these traps in like a day.
Oh
How can
yeah,
I
no.
deter a burglar? Let me heat up my door handle so it's red hot. Let me throw an iron at his head. Let me put a nail on my basement stairs.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't
what?
know.
Sick
You
in the
gotta have
head.
some creativity. I feel like only a child would come up with that because of how creative,
Or some
like,
sick
it
bastard,
actually is.
but yeah.
Yeah, but I really like the scene where I think it was Harry. He tries to climb up the stairs because he puts like so much ice on it. He finally gets up there, and then he realizes the door handle's hot, and he goes all the
Oh,
way
yeah.
back down the stairs and restarts.
Yeah. Do you know what we can do? We can now tease the thing coming in January.
Oh yes.
So, later this week, people, we will be dropping an information cast, I guess, on
Yep.
something brand new coming in January to the More an Hour podcast. We will not reveal what it is yet because that's coming in a week, but know that it's big. It's our biggest announcement yet, one could say.
Yep, indeed.
Absolutely huge. So you're going to want to
Stay
tune
tuned.
back into the More an Hour podcast channel next week.
Yep, this in entirely new reboot pretty much for 2024.
It is indeed, yeah.
In a certain way, it's
It is
taking the podcast in a bit of a new direction.
indeed. So hopefully you guys will be looking forward to that over the next week. And you know what, Dan? I think that's a good time to end, don't you?
Uh, yep. Yeah, we'll wrap things up.
I agree. So if you guys have enjoyed the video, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you want to see more like this, you can go ahead and subscribe. And don't forget to come back to the channel next week to receive that big information bite. And we shall see you in the next one.
Bye.